Salute, salute, salute. Solution to the people, solution to the people, solution to the people, salute. Solution, solution, solution. We gonna take it in. We gonna take it in for this one, people. We gonna take it in for this one. Throw my eyes on. Grown man, salute. Lansky, salute. Yes, salute, sis. You already solution. Solution, solution, people, solution. Yes, sir. You gotta have a dope joint today. Y'all already know that. All hoes bar. We about to interview the man himself. Mr. Pack him up, send him to the chat pane. Hold on, let's throw the 6 eyes on, people. Let me get right, throw the 6 eyes on. Faculty. Bingo. Let's go, Lansky. Salute, salute. Jess, salute, sis. James A, salute, my guy. Solution. You already know solution. Already. Let them come up in the building, come up in the building, come up in the building, people. Come up in the building. Please hit that like button, share the live, hit that subscribe button, and we gonna make it do what it do. Great show. Y'all already know you come over here. That's a fact, Lansky. I see you, Sexy J. Salute. It's a fact. Think I got the dopest supporters in the game. Besides the mob. I ain't gonna lie, besides the mob. You know what I mean? We gotta have a dope show today, people. We gonna get right to it with the man himself. Y'all already know who it be. Mr. Pack him up and send him to the chat. No holds ball. We gonna call this a powwow. You dig? We gonna have a dope powwow. You heard me? We gonna have a nice powwow. Hold on, people. Let me get ahead and do this too real quick. Drop that Bible on the first row. And y'all already know after that what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with that, people. But let's see. Let's see, did that happen? Let's see, did that happen? You dig? Let's see. Yes, it did. Already snowed though. That Bible's in that front row. Already. We gonna get to it. Y'all know how we doing it. It's gonna be a great one. Pull up. I want y'all to enjoy. You know, and everything else could fall into place. But rock out with your boy.
Let's get ready to rumble! Let's get ready to rumble! Let's get ready to rumble!
Solution, 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 solution. What the hell? What's going on? There we go.
Yeah.
Yo.
Rico Squad, all my niggas up front, dude. Yo, I'm late, my nigga. My bad, my
Nah,
nigga.
nah, you good money, my guy. You good money. What's the word? What's going on? What you been up to?
It's
What's
so
going on,
Southside,
King?
son.
I see you
You
making big
heard?
movies. I see you
Mr.
making big movies. I
Oh,
see you
man, son,
making
life is
big
crazy.
movies. That's a
You know what
fact.
I mean?
That's a fact.
Salute to the peoples, though, man.
That's a
You
whole
heard?
fact.
Salute to you, too.
Let's give some of our people some shout. Jess, you already know. Salute,
On the
Miss
host
Jess.
chat,
Gary, salute. Queen,
Turbo.
Simba, salute, sis. Just Eric, salute, my guy. James A, salute. You
Salute.
already know. Lansky, salute. You already know. Pamela, salute. Miss Lady, I appreciate the support. I definitely appreciate Von Miller. You don't know. Appreciate the support, King. They say salute. Boogie Black, salute. Y'all already know. Sexy J, salute, mama. Appreciate the pull up. Appreciate the support. Y'all already know what we doing, man. This thing's about to go do what we supposed to do. You dig what I mean? After the day, y'all gonna learn. Y'all gonna know who my man be today, man, because you know, I get a lot of backlash. Oh, yo, your man is this, yo, your man is that. Today, it's no holds barred. My man, he gonna spit what he feel. It ain't no, oh, we ain't gonna say that, we ain't gonna say that. We spin everything. And after this show today, man, y'all should get a good view and a good feel and a good picture. No freaky. No rainbow, about my man, Mr. Latin Payne, Mr. Pack him up and send him to the chat. You dig what I mean?
Salute.
So, you already, man. So, with that being said, man, get yourself your own dope introduction. You dig?
Well, yo, you know, Rico Squad, all my niggas up front there. You know, it's always the same, man. It's always everything Rico. You know what I'm saying? Everything Rico. Mind, heart, body, and soul. We the people, son. You heard? Shout out to all the other little sets out there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Big Bucks. You know what I'm saying? Us, never them. You feel me? Shout out to Magni and TSTV. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to those that fuck with me and fuck the rest of them niggas. You know what I'm saying?
That's the whole fact. So, yo, let's start off with letting the people know who you be and originally where you from.
Well, you know what I'm saying? My name Michael Anthony. You know what I'm saying? You know my real name, Michael Anthony. You know what I'm saying? And longer than that. From the Bronx, New York. You know what I'm saying? Originally from 188 from Webster Avenue. You know what I'm saying? And my mom's up from 183rd. You know what I'm saying? And that whole strip. You feel me? Grew up more or less though from 6 to 12 years old on Decatur Avenue by Fordham and all that, in between Fordham and Bedford Park, running up and down those streets. You know what I'm saying? Then moved to White Plains. Well, I'm from all over the Bronx though. You know what I mean? So shout out to the whole boogie from, you know what I'm saying? From the southernmost point to the northernmost point. You know what I mean? It's BX to be next. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. And if you know, you know. If you don't, then you lost in the sauce. You dig? But you know, you could definitely and I think where people get you misunderstood, man. Like a Bronx vibe it's just a different type of vibe, people. A Bronx vibe, that vibe is just different. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, moving forward with that, you know what I'm saying? Y'all already know, you know what I mean, Payne from the Bronx. He grew up
You
everywhere,
know what
but
I think it
right there.
is?
What's
You know
up?
what I think niggas get us fucked up, bro? Excuse my language. Is a lot of niggas do a lot of playing but don't like to be played with, right? So I'm a type of person where I stand by my motto, man. You know what I'm saying? Love thy neighbor, slap thy hater. You feel me? So if you coming around trying to judge, you know, I'm a child of God, man. I don't judge none of y'all. I don't know none of y'all. You know what I'm saying? To do that, you heard? But I only know what you show me. If you show me you a piece of shit or bird or bully or nonsense, I'm gonna call it how I see it. And people don't like the truth. You don't be mad at me, really. You just be mad at what I be saying be true. You know what I'm saying? You're not really mad at me. You mad at the truth, but the truth don't care about your feelings. So that's how I break your heart, nigga. It's not that you not a bozo. It's that it's true that you a bozo when I said it. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only reason really niggas got to be mad at me for, because they really don't know me. They know themselves and they know I'm spitting truth about it. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. So what you from the Bronx, you spit your govy. Um
Boricua's on the set.
growing up growing up in the BX, what was it like for you growing up in the BX?
Man, so you mean like from a kid on up, man? It was crazy, you know. It was great. You know, I had a great family on my mother's side. I don't really know too much about my pop side, none of that. But, you know, we had a crazy step pops who, you know what I'm saying, kind of taught us a lot about violence, you know what I mean? And, you know what I'm saying, abuse and all of that crazy. You know, I went through some things as a kid. You heard that by the time I was 11, 12, I was angry. You know what I'm saying? I was a very angry teenager. You know what I'm saying? So I was a kind of a scared kid. You know, I was scared in my younger years, a lot of things that are scared the shit out of a little kid. That by the time I was 11 and 12, you know, I grabbed onto weapons and you know what I'm saying, and I started making my little name. You know what I'm saying? If you try to hurt my feelings in any kind of way, you know, I was the little nigga that was going to poke you up. You know what I'm saying? So by the time I was 11 and 12, I think I had a broken heart by then, and I was aggravated. You feel me? So I did what a lot of angry teenagers did. I lashed out. I got in some troubles. You know what I'm saying? I broke some hearts and I broke some faces. You know what I mean? And so forth and so on. You know what I'm saying?
Facts, facts.
So
So
growing up was fun, but it was dangerous. You understand what I'm saying? You know, you
that's a
had the
fact.
wicked step pops in the crib, might fuck you up. You had the wild ass streets outside in the front of the building, might get you lost. You know what I'm saying? And by the time, you know, you 11, 12 years old, you mad at the world. You know, you got a lot of hitting to do already. You feel me? You know, you make a lot of mistakes after that point. You know what I'm saying?
That's a whole fact. That's a whole fact. So now that you bounced around to there, then you went there, and then you know you everywhere. From that Bronx experience, what's the best part you took on your
Well,
journey?
I had my comrades since young, man. God was good. You know, rest in peace, V Rocks. Shout out to my cousin poet, Frank Nitty. You know, the streets was like, you know how they say you can't choose, you know what I'm saying, your family like that, you know what I'm saying, or your loved ones, but it was different. It was like, I'm more related to people that I met through life than I am my actual blood relatives. You know what I'm saying? So I learned camaraderie, you know what I'm saying, through certain parts of my life with people from the street. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't got no biological blood brothers. I'm the only boy, but I got a lot of brothers. You know what I'm saying? My nigga Snacks, you know what I'm saying? Whole banger, you know, people from the street. So it was good and bad. You gotta, you know, that's the facts of life. You take the good, you take the bad. So it might have been bad in this area over here, but then I'm fucking with V Rocks over here. You know what I'm saying? Or might have been bad over here, but I'm rocking with, you know what I'm saying, the nigga Stone or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? So camaraderie, honor, love, unity, respect. You know, I learned all that shit outside, man, and it was beautiful. You know how we had to learn it. You feel me? But a lot of the things that we did do were no honor in it. So I don't know. It's hard to describe. You feel me?
Right. So,
But
so, so you saying you the only child? Period. Like.
no, 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 no. I'm not the only child. I'm the only boy biologically. I got my step brothers and my stepsisters. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't really grow up in the house with them. You see, once I turned 11 and 12, I already had it in my mind that I was going to run away. You know what I'm saying? So once I ran away my first time, it was 11, you heard, and then I came home, and then 12, I take a little trip for, you know what I'm saying, and then 13, 14, you know, I was disappearing a lot. So I'm the oldest, so my little brothers and sisters, my step brothers and my little sisters and all that, they didn't really get much of me because once I started hitting that preteen and teenage years, I was gone. You heard? I ain't go home no more. You know what I'm saying? I saw Rikers Island more than I saw my mom's. You know what I'm saying? For a long time throughout my teenage years. You know what I'm saying? I was outside. I didn't want a father. You know what I'm saying? After my experience with my step pops and all that, I ain't want no father figure. I ain't want no moms. I love my moms, but I just ain't want no authority figure. I was my own authority at 12 years old, 13 years old. You know what I'm saying? I was my authority. So I took to the street and I learned from the niggas outside how to be the authority figure. You feel me?
Facts. So on a regular, I say, on a regular grow up, what was the best things Pain like to do? Like, what was your passion when you was like on a grow up to when you got to that 11 and you like, yo, you know what? Now I'm distracted. I'm doing this. Before that happened though, what was your, this is what Pain like to do. You know what I mean? Before you got distracted.
pit bulls, and the pretty girls. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? When I was a kid, before all the started running away and all that, yo, I just always wanted dogs. I like dogs more than I like human beings. You heard? I tell niggas all the time, yo, get away from me. But I stay with a bunch of pit bulls. You know what I'm saying? So I don't trust people. You feel me? I didn't trust adults growing up, you know, getting beat up by an adult all the time. So I had a thing where I couldn't trust adults. If you was older than me and you was grown, I didn't want to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? But I stay with a pit bull and a pistol and I'm fine. You know what I'm saying?
So
So all I ever wanted was a bunch of dogs around me, and that's it. I don't like people that much. I love people. I love to help people, protect people. You heard? But you know, when as a kid, I had a lot of trust issues. So if you had a mustache, you was old enough to consider yourself a man, I ain't trust you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want you to be around me. You feel me?
facts. So when did you now we got from the toddler pretty much to the 11. When did you start knowing, you know, the type of organization that you would have liked to been a part of, and what caught your eye?
When I was 13, 14 years old, right, there was this dude. I'm not going to say his real name. I don't know his life right now. You heard? But he put me on to being a lookout, you know what I'm saying, in the Bronx. And I don't really want to say the location. A lot of people got in trouble for this block. But, you know, when I was 13, 14, I used to be the kid sitting on the car for a couple extra dollars saying, bajando, subiendo, you know what I'm saying, and looking for money by looking out for drug dealers and shit. So, you know what I'm saying? I always just wanted the love and the camaraderie, you feel me? But I wanted to be able to trust people too at the same time, and I just couldn't do it. You heard? So I was the popular loner that don't want to know your type shit. Like everybody knew who I was, but they didn't know what I was feeling like. I didn't share. You know what I'm saying? I didn't share what I was feeling. You know what I'm saying? I was very close. I had a wall. You know, if you ask me how I'm doing, I might take it personal. You know what I mean? I had a chip on my shoulder. So, you know, I didn't really want to be part of nobody organization. I just wanted to be respected enough to where if I'm feeling a certain way, you just leave me the fuck alone. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. It's like that too. Like that's why I say when you coming from the Bronx, man, the first thing for me that I get, it's like, yo, you mad loud. I'm like, yo, when you living in the Bronx, you got to learn how to talk over planes, trains, music,
Cabs and
buses.
arguments and fights and
Facts. So it's like you just groomed to be a loud person. You did what I mean? So now that you got over that, what was the
now,
organization that caught your
now,
eye and that you joined?
you
And
know,
what age? What
you
age?
know,
Let's say that.
at first it was like I looked up to the crews like No Respect Click from Uptown. You know what I'm saying? I looked up to you know what I'm saying, the hip hoppers, you feel me, the nicest moves, the rave rollers, Decatur Mob, you feel me? You know, my cousins, you know what I'm saying, Poet, Frank Nitty, you know, I had my peoples, rest in peace, Spade. You feel me? I looked up to certain neighborhoods, you know what I'm saying, Eden Ward Projects, you know what I'm saying, Parkside Projects, you know, we had different crews growing up. But as far as organizations, you know, I used to think all them niggas was pussy. You know, I used to think that if you got to join something, you was a bird. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I used to think, you heard? Then I went to Rikers Island. When I got to Rikers Island, they put me on a plate. They put me on a menu. You know what I'm saying? The Damus, because I beat a Damu up. So every housing unit, when I was in adolescence, when I was new to this shit, every time they sent me to a housing unit, you heard, they try to do their best to make it uncomfortable for me. So I would do what was necessary, which was called pulling a stunt and see somebody my size, my weight, or maybe just a nigga sleeping on me, you heard, and put work in, just pop on a nigga, whatever, just so I could get moved this shit. And the Latin Kings approached me and they try to break it down to me. And I told them, no, I don't want to join nobody's shit. I ain't really want to. I just wanted to do my time and go home. It's my first time on the island. And but the way they broke it down to me with the rules and the regulations and all of that, it sounded like revolutionary to me. So after like the third time, a nigga was going to eat my food on the way to the mess, on the way to the yard. I could feel a nigga following me and all of that. You heard? But when I made it to the yard, I made it to the door before he got up to me. Because every time I look back, I see him getting closer, fucking closer. You heard? So when I went to the yard that day, after they already done gave me a proposal and invited me into the Latin King Nation, I said no. That day that I almost got my food, I felt it coming. When I got outside, I saw rest in peace to homie Pow Wow. You know what I'm saying? Who I met in the streets before, but he was on the island this time. He saw me, yo, Mikey, what up? You know what I'm saying? Then I saw the brother Hem. Hem called me over. So the kid that wanted to eat my food, he kept seeing that people knew me, and he kept walking away like, damn, every time he tried to catch me or sneak up on me, I'm talking to niggas he don't want no problems with. You know what I'm saying? So when I went back to my dorm that day and the LK niggas showed me love in that yard that day, you heard, I said, fuck it, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? And I joined the Almighty Latin King Queen Nation. You heard? You muted.
Yeah, so how long? Queen A, you salute. Diamond Shooter, salute. So how long did you rock out with that organization? And then tell me, what did you, because everybody get a bad a bad taste in their mouth when they talk about an organization and this and that. So what did you take?
I don't got a bad taste in my mouth when it comes to the Almighty Latin King Queen Nation. I only fell back because I got older. And when you a youngin', you do what young niggas do. When you older, you do what an older nigga do. I'm gonna be 45. Yeah, I ain't going to nobody meeting, and I ain't going to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't doing that shit. Like I'm older now. But I do say this though. I think it's a beautiful movement. You heard, even to this day. You know what I'm saying? Respect, honesty, unity, knowledge, love. I still live by those codes. You see, remember, my pops, God bless him, but he ain't teach me how to be a man. You heard? My step pops, he taught me how to be angry. You know what I'm saying? The rest of the world told me I can't trust nobody. So, when it comes to the Almighty Latin King Queen Nation, this is like my first real sense of like, niggas that hold me down, niggas that, you know what I'm saying? I'm a popular loner, you feel me? Other than my cousins, like a couple of my cousins, like Jay, Poet, rest in peace, Spade, Frankie, like I be saying about, you know what I'm saying? I don't really know the sense of like having an authority figure over me, you heard? So I needed that shit, you know what I'm saying? So when I got around the Wilfredo King Peps from Raya, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, salute. When I started getting around the Chuletas, rest in peace, salute. You know what I'm saying? And certain older brothers in the Latin King Queen Nation that start putting me on and teaching me knowledge and breaking certain things down and teaching me about being a Boricua and all that and representing my culture and all that. Like, it was something I needed. So I'll never say nothing bad about it. For me, the Almighty Latin King Queen Nation was a beautiful experience. It taught me more about camaraderie and actually having big brothers and uncles and shit like that I didn't have in the street, you know what I'm saying? Or before them, you know what I'm saying?
Facts. It's always a good thing when you can take mental nourishment, apply it to your everyday life, you dig, and you keep it moving. So I'm gonna bounce from 0 to 90 on this one. So when you sit back and you analyze who Pain is, what would you think the most, or should I say, the reason why most people don't understand Pain?
Because they didn't go through nothing. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these niggas got an easy little life. I'm God's child. They treat me like they treated Jesus. I'm not mad at none of this. You feel me? I'm having a blast with it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I stuck up for people. Just this last 2 months, I've been kicking niggas out my neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Shotty in hand, all types of wild shit is never going to change. God put me in a position to help other people, and I learned that about myself. You know what I'm saying? Because even though it wasn't nobody helping me, I've been helping people this whole time. You feel me? And I'm not glorifying or bigging myself up in no kind of way. I'm saying that, you know what I'm saying? They hate you just like they hated Jesus. That's how I feel about my life. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not likening myself to Jesus neither, because I'm not even worthy. But what I'm saying is, I don't worry about how the world think. That's why they really mad too. Because I don't care, son. You heard? These scarless, stripeless, you know what I'm saying, cowardly ass niggas. Y'all need 50 niggas to be real. I tell 50 real niggas to suck my dick, nigga. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not pussy. I'm not a killer because the niggas survived. But at least I can say I tried. And can't none of these bitch ass niggas test me. I don't care how they feel. You know, when I'm outside in the streets, I get real love. You heard? They don't get real love in the street. They get fake love on the internet and they cool with it. You get fake love on the internet and you cool with it. I get daps and hugs, niggas passing me Max and burners and making sure I'm alright. I get blunts and motherfucking liquor, nigga. Yo, what up, Payne? Yo, good job, Payne. You cleared the block. So I don't worry about these dudes, bro. You heard? Emotional damage is fun to me because I know that you pussy. You know what I'm saying? I know these niggas is birds because a bird nigga is the only one trying to be super tough on here. I came here showing y'all niggas love. You try to run smear campaigns. You try to do all types of weirdo shit. You doxing niggas all another nigga business. Nigga, you know where I live, nigga. Come dox me in front of my face, nigga, so I can smack the shit out of you. I don't care about none of that. You know what I'm saying? That shit corny.
So speaking of that, let's get to that part of it. How long and when did you step on the YouTube streets?
So what happened to me was after I lost my eye, bro, you heard, dealing with that narcissistic bitch, you know what I'm saying? After that shit happened to me and shit, that whole experience was mad weird. I took some time away from the internet. I didn't even look at it for a little while. Then I opened up a radio show, try to help other people that was confused about narcissism and shit like that.
All right, so hold on. Let's pause real quick. No rainbow. Let's go back to that incident, and then we walk into, what, made you come.
Well, it's not that easy. It's easier said than done, right? But that incident, you heard? See, my life was already going through craziness. I went from 6 racks a week and, you know what I'm saying, in and out of town trips and, you know what I'm saying, and doing all this other shit to losing my wife and kids and wound up with the narcissistic bitch. And I was just, it was like a 4-year period where it was really spiritually weird. You feel me? Like a 4-year period of my life where it was like real dark. You know what I'm saying? And then I lost my eye and woke the fuck up. Oh shit, yo, what I've been doing. You feel me? So I thank God for that. That's why I tell people all the time, and I feel like I lost my eye so I could see, because I wasn't awake until really I fell asleep into a dark slumber with nothing but demons around me, getting jumped and niggas trying to rob me for guns and all types of wild shit. And you know what I'm saying? I'm pulling out Max on all types of people, and I just relapsed into my old ways at that time. So I had a 4-year period where it was just dark, my nigga. You heard? Then I got hit in the eye, and boom, I woke up. Oh shit, the fuck am I doing with my life? You heard? I'm facing 15 years again. I'm catching cases again. I'm like, damn, I'm getting too old for this shit. So when I lost my eye and all that, and I beat those cases and shit, you know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, let me go back to New York, you know what I'm saying? And just leave everything alone. You feel me? Because I was in Florida when that happened. When I got back to New York, I realized that my niggas love me, but they don't really know what love is sometimes. You know what I'm saying? When I tell you, I go get baptized, I come to the boogie, you offering me, you know what I'm saying, 200, 50 grams, hit 50 grams. They're like, damn, son, you just want me to be, you know what I'm saying? You just want me to be a street nigga. You don't really want nothing better than that for me. Like, so I just stood away from people for a little while. I started doing the online thing. You know what I'm saying? I did it before with a little radio show called Don't Play Radio. Rest in peace, Casper Belly the Belly. You know what I'm saying? But now that I was alone again, you know what I'm saying? Lost my wife, my kids, lost that narcissist bitch, got that bitch out of my life. You feel me? I was dolly. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to be alone again. You feel me? I wanted to I didn't want nothing to do with nobody in the world. I prayed for a pit bull. God gave me a pit bull. Boom, I got a new pit bull. Even though he was 11 years old when I got him. You heard? Then I was talking to Iz. You know what I'm saying? I was doing this little radio show. You know what I'm saying? I needed something to do. I was getting aggravated again. I got this thing. It's called intermittent explosive disorder. So when I get angry, I get really angry. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? Like I get sickening angry where I don't even feel good. I don't like it. I control it now. You know what I'm saying? But when I got this thing called intermittent explosive disorder, I was diagnosed with. So I take a little bit of disrespect, like an absolute disrespect. Like if a nigga play with me a little bit, I feel like you totally disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? And I want your head. You feel me? So I got a problem with that. But I work on it. I talk about it to God. I pray on it. So I'm not mean to nobody. Like, I'm nice to everybody, but if you be mean to me, then I feel like, ooh, I'm gonna get you, sucker. You know what I'm saying? So started dealing with that, reading on childhood trauma, started studying myself. You know what I'm saying? Try to get in tune with me. Why am I like this? Why do I accept this? Why don't I accept that? You feel me? Started reading all types of books, the DSM-5, and mental health for healing and emotional healing. I started reading all these books, and I said, you know what? Cool. Now I'm ready to talk to people. I did that for like a year before I even started talking to people again. Because I didn't want to talk to nobody, Bucks. Yeah, I want to say hi. I want to wave. I was, after I lost I was like, damn, be the people you love the most, hurting me the most. You feel me? So I don't want to talk to nobody. So I had to.
But you was already comfortable with doing that anyway. So you just went back to your comfortability. Because you was able, you was able being dolo. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I was all right with being dolo.
Right, that was just your comfortability.
But you know what? We humans and we need to socialize. And I'm like I told you before, I'm the popular loner that don't want to know you. Like, everybody know who I am, but they don't. Some niggas don't even know my name. They just know that's that son over there be bugging out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I never really could say that. You know what I'm saying? I don't make friends. I make family. So if you don't give me the family feel, I don't fuck with you.
Copy.
If I can't feel like you my brother for real, I don't fuck with you. Yeah, if I can't feel like you a real nigga and if anything goes down, we got each other, I can't fuck with you. If I gotta question that in any kind of way, I don't fuck with another grown ass man, son. I gotta question his shit not gonna go off or not. You know what I'm saying? So I don't make friends, I make family, dog. You feel me? I don't like that word friend. Friend, a dollar in your pocket. You keep your fucking friends. You heard? You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. You feel me? So when I fuck with a nigga, I treat him like my brother. You know that. If I fuck with a nigga, I treat him like my brother for real. You heard? I'm going to argue with you. I'm going to tell you wrong. I'm going to hear it from you all. I'm going to go through all that brotherly shit, but I'm going to ride with you. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody else come for you, you know what I'm saying? Fuck them and their mother's uncle too. You feel me? So I don't make friends. I make family. You know what I'm saying? So
Queen Asia got a question. She said, why is that, people you love the most always seem to hurt you the most?
That question is a trauma for me. You feel me? Because as a father for, my step pops that raised me, when I was 6 years old, he came into my life. I thought he was the coolest shit ever happened. You feel me? And then little by little, he just switched on us. You heard? So that was like my first, traumatic experiences came from that. And I thought this nigga was the illest when I first met the nigga. You heard? I just gave the nigga my whole heart. And the nigga tried to turn me into a killer. You feel me? So it's true, man. I don't know why it's like that. But it really be like that. That's why, I had I'll be having issues with people being too nice. If you too nice to me, especially shorties, I start feeling weird. Like, yo, what's she up to? What you trying to, you know what I mean? Like, what you want from me? You feel me? I'd rather somebody just be they self. You heard? And if you fuck up, you fuck up. Fuck up right in front of me, though, so I could trust you. You know what I'm saying? Because when people try to hide their flaws, you know what I'm saying, knowing that they got them, I don't trust them.
Facts. So when you started the YouTube joint, how did that work
So I
out?
just came from that. I just came from all that healing experience, reading the Bible, getting close to God, reading about childhood traumas, trying to, learning how to accept myself more. You heard? Because I had a lot of issues with myself too, mad at my mistakes. And I had to learn that, I can't be mad at my mistakes. I just got to move on from them. And, a lot of my mistake was, wearing my heart on my sleeve and giving my heart to the wrong people. You know what I'm saying? And being trusted sometimes when I shouldn't have been. So you feel me? And being angry. So after I did that, I moved to Texas. When I moved to Texas, I had shit to do. I don't know nobody out here. You know what I'm saying? It's just me and my pit bull, and Shorty had her kids, and Shorty and her kids, me and my pit bulls. You feel me? And she started watching. I told her about my Rikers Island experiences and my prison experiences. So one day when I was in the kitchen, she had looked up Rikers Island on YouTube and she started watching the K Solo show. You heard? So what happened? Well, I heard her laughing. So I went upstairs like, yo, what's funny? She like, yo, look at this Puerto Rican nigga. He mad funny talking about Rikers Island, but he's hilarious. So I started watching it. And Solo was at his best at that time, and he was hilarious, you know? I didn't even know that people did that type of shit on YouTube. You know? I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? I know about blogging and videos and vlogging and all that shit because I'm not an internet nigga. Like, I'd rather just not watch this shit. Y'all see my Instagram. I'll post something and don't even reply to y'all. You know, I'll post something and 2 weeks later, for 2 weeks, I won't post shit. So I'm not really with the social media too heavy unless I got to talk to somebody. So when watching K Solo started, then I seen Mac Means. You know how you get, I put it on, it start coming up in the algorithm, the other niggas that do like similar shit that what he do. You know what I'm saying? So I started seeing Fred White. I started seeing Mac Mean, Warpath, King Chulo, and all these other Rikers Island storytelling niggas. You heard? And I was saying to myself, but why nobody ever talk about the fun times that we have in prison? Because I had a lot of fun in prison. You know, for me, prison was like an escape from my problems, if that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying? I had more problems in the street than I had in prison. Prison, people nice to me, more nice to me than they was in the street. You know what I mean? So I thrived in prison, but I wasn't no killer. You heard? I was chilling, nigga. I was fucking cooking and shit, playing chess and all that. You know what I mean? Yeah, I got a couple of things happen here and there, but for the most part, you heard, I had camaraderie, love, respect, honor, you know what I'm saying, all types of fly shit, nigga. So I said, why nobody really talks about that part? They talk about all the legends and all the food niggas ate. You heard, they talk about the wars and everybody else's story. What about your birthday? What about, you know what I'm saying, the sad times, like the nightmares when you sleeping and you like, oh shit, hope nothing happened to my mom's. You had a bad dream. Mom's got hit by a car and you in your cell. You like, you know, let's talk about those traumatic experiences too. Not just the wins. What about the losses? So that made me want to tell my stories. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, no disrespect. Fred White is the best who ever did it. You know what I'm saying? K Solo too. But I just felt like there was a lot of parts of the prison experience that niggas wasn't sharing with niggas. You feel me? So it made me want to do it. You know what I'm saying? So I that's what I started to do. I just wanted to come on this platform, share my story so that other niggas don't have to have my story. You know what I'm saying? Or heal the way I did. You know, learn about childhood traumas, learn about narcissism, protect yourself from bad people. Because just because you did some bad things don't mean you're a bad person. But some people, they looking like the best person in the world while they deceiving you. You know what I'm saying? They're line you up and put you in positions you don't deserve or need to be in. You feel me? So I said, let me share my story. Maybe it helps somebody. And I put out my first video. It did like 6,000 views. I said, oh shit, never did this before. I didn't understand it. Did another video. Shit did like 6,000-7,000 views. I'm like, yo, I don't even know how this works. You know what I'm saying? But people started showing me love, and you know what I mean? And I enjoyed it, so I kept doing it for a while, you know, until the dirty sector bitch ass niggas started coming around. You feel me?
Right.
So all y'all niggas is bitch ass niggas. Let me tell. I want to say something real quick too. I'm not dirty sector. I'm Rico Squad. I just like destroying y'all motherfucking minds because you pussy. You heard? No. I feel like that. If I ever called you pussy before on this application, I meant that shit with my whole heart. My whole heart. Y'all niggas don't bang. And I'm on Sun Valley and Dyer. If you got a problem with what I said, smack the shit out you.
So would you say YouTube did great by you or
in the beginning, but I didn't never got monetized when I had my first channel. You heard? When I got I didn't know about that type of shit. You heard? I didn't know about monetized. I started doing birthday parties for niggas. I love to love, but I don't like to disrespect. You know what I'm saying? But when I first came off on the YouTube, you know what I'm saying? My first, like, I did 4,800 subscribers in 8 months, Bucks. You heard? In 8 months, I almost did 5,000 subs. I didn't even know what I was doing. You know, all I was doing was being myself, coming on. God bless you, showing people love and respect. Because I'm not going to see. I'm like this. You don't gotta earn your respect with me. You gotta keep your respect with me. Because if I don't know you, I can't disrespect you. I'm not going to do that. But if you disrespect me that one time, I might just lose complete respect for you because I didn't do that to you. You feel me? Love thy neighbor, slap thy hater, man. Treat people the way you want to be treated. You don't know what I've been through. You don't know what my triggers are. You don't know the shit I heard about myself as a little kid coming up. You might say that shit to me. I poked you in your fucking neck. You don't know that. You don't know what I'm doing here in my neighborhood, in my block. You don't know my life, bro. You heard? You don't know if I got if I got the Thule on me right now and I'm looking out the window for a weird ass reason. You don't know. So why would you disrespect somebody you don't know? on the internet. You wouldn't do that shit. Don't do to me on the internet what you wouldn't do in my face, my nigga, and think that I'm gonna respect you. Fuck out of here.
It's a whole fact. That's the whole fact. So pretty much you enter the YouTube world. You dig. You move out to Texas. So the YouTube is kind of like your sovereign space, I would say. You know what I mean? You meet new
Well, you
people.
know what? We met a lot of beautiful people here. You
That's what I
heard a
said.
lot of dope ass niggas here, son. God bless them. But there's a lot of idiots too. But see, before it was for the peoples, and it is for the peoples. I'm gonna always do for the peoples. I do love the peoples, right? Especially the ones that go through the pain and the hurt, that understand, you know what I'm saying, why I am the way I am, or take the time out to try to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Because pain do come with a lot of pain. You understand what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm not alone. You know, there's a lot of y'all out there that probably been through some shit with your moms and probably been through some shit with no pops around, and you know what I'm saying? And people probably hurt you. You feel me? And you know what I'm saying? I'm here to talk about that type of shit. I'm here to love those type of people because I know what that feels like. I know what it feels like to be scared, bro. You heard that you're not that somebody gonna kill you when you're little. You know what I'm saying? I know how I feel. So I really just wanted to reach out to those type of people that, you know what I'm saying, went through that same wild ass shit. You heard, without judgment, so they don't gotta be fear of judgment. But then I got around these dirty sector niggas and they judge you for everything, but they don't even pop, nigga. How you gonna judge people but you pussy?
I was just about to dig into that. So what was your first? Who was your first, and what was your first encounter on YouTube?
Oh, when I knew that most of these niggas is fake out here.
Right. Who was the
So
first one?
So the first time was the NOLA nigga, Knowledge Born, the Mark Gaston faggot ass nigga. And I said your name, nigga. Your whole name. And you know where I'm at too. I bust your shit. But I'm not Mac Me, my nigga. You can't come 45 minutes around me, nigga. I'll fuck you up. You heard? But what happened was I did a blog because I didn't feel with something that 10 Toes Dan had said about the Asian community. I wasn't shooting at the nigga. I was just saying us as blacks and Latinos, we cannot fall to any, we can't be saying no kind of racist shit because then that make us the same as the motherfuckers that used to say racist shit about us. You know, my whole message was don't teach nobody how to hate. And he was teaching people how to hate another community. And I didn't think it was gangster. So I said something. And then the cocksucking Mark Gaston nigga, who's a whole homo twat ass nigga, you heard? He started whispering in people's ears, oh, yo, Latin Pain race baiting and Latin Pain's a racist and this, that, and the third. And all types of fake shit. Nigga, get off my dick. You know what I'm saying? That's what you get for being a homo thug, nigga. You wouldn't have been watching me like that if you wasn't a faggot ass nigga. And you wouldn't be lying on other people's names if you ain't never took a dick in your butt, homo ass nigga. You heard? So he started the whole shit. I didn't even know there was sectors. I ain't know nothing about a dirty sector. I ain't know no, you know what I'm saying? Once he came around me, we was doing our own thing. Boricuas on the set, my nigga. Every morning, nigga, at 9 o'clock in the morning, nigga, it was 100 Puerto Ricans in my chat just chilling. Next thing you know, I'm going to war with niggas. I try to ignore it, but you can't talk to me like that. That's how I felt. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And then after that, what?
And then after that, King Tro came around. You heard, and Mr. Sex Money came around, and you know, but they didn't slander though. You heard, like they tried, and I fucked them up in the spiritual, but they didn't slander. That knowledge faggot nigga, no knowledge fucking corn in the ass nigga. You heard, that nigga slanders. Like you got niggas that try to roast you. I could do the roasting all day, but you got niggas that slander, just make shit up out of a hat. You know what I'm saying? The Jersey gay niggas and the fucking knowledge born ass niggas. These niggas is slanderous. You heard? They don't vote and they not even funny. That's why they lie. You see, if you say something, we all got flaws, right? If you use my flaws, my actual flaws against me, nigga, I can't say if disrespect is actually true. The truth can't be deemed as disrespect. It might be uncomfortable to hear or whatever, but at least it's the truth. Faggot niggas slander, excuse my language, Lord, but pussy niggas do that, and you do it from far away. And I'm on Sun Valley and Dyer. I put that on my mother. Niggas don't want to be around me when I'm angry. You heard? You better let me be happy. You better leave me alone. You better let me be nice, nigga. When you around me in the physical, Ask everybody in the world who know me in real life, niggas on my shit. You don't want to do that in the physical. You just want to play on the internet. You pussy. All that, yo, I'm going to pull up. You're not pulling up on that pain. Your life going to change, nigga. Your whole life, we just evicted the whole neighborhood. You know, I evicted the whole neighborhood. This is the type of shit that I do when I get angry, nigga. I'll evict the whole fucking block. So y'all don't want to play with me in the physical. Only on the internet. You pussy.
So what would you rate that? Like, is that just like some old, you know, a nigga that's emotional damage, or this is some like, yo, you know what? I want
No,
to
that's called the Jezebel spirit. You know what I'm saying? He's a narcissist, huh? And he's a very feminine narcissist, the Jezebel spirit. So what happens is, you know what I'm saying? He hide his femininity by trying to unmask everybody else's flaws and bullshit. You feel me? He a bird. That nigga's a bird, nigga. I'm not even gonna do a whole speech on that faggot ass nigga. We all know who he is. Son is pussy. As a matter of fact, that's the pussiest nigga on this motherfucking app. But they're narcissists, so they lie about everything. You feel me?
So what? So how did you get into the running with Mr. Meow?
So that nigga, see, the narcissists, they pit people against each other, and they're good at doing it. You heard? So the whole time, I'm thinking, it's just this nigga. The nigga leads you to believe that other people got something to do with certain. So during the investigation, certain things happened, certain things were said. You heard? And it was a big mistake. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mr. Meow, yo, to tell you the truth. To tell you the truth, you know what I'm saying? I love that nigga Mac Mean. You heard? We went through the little shit we went through or whatever. You heard? But he got a good heart. You know what I'm saying? He could be goofy and shit, and I'm not gonna lie. But he got a great heart and he got a lot of understanding, you heard? So if you ever really get to know son, fuck this YouTube shit, fuck this internet shit, and you get to know son behind the scenes, he actually a good person. But dude was trying to pit people against each other and he was good at it. So some things that he might say might look true because they scheming with the devil all day to divide and conquer, you heard? And it almost worked. He lucky we children of God, nigga, and we figured it out. You know what I'm saying? But your man Nola, hey yo, Mark, you pussy, nigga. You been pussy your whole fucking life.
So you said Nola been doing this.
His whole life.
When would you say this situation started with y'all? He go back that far, or dividing?
So I was the first person that knew him on this app, right? I was the first person that he was coming to the panel. Oh, yo, Pen, I love your channel, man. Positive channel. Yo, can I let my kids play the drums? All that bullshit. You heard? Fucking cornball. But we let him in. I brought him into the community that I didn't even know existed. See, I only knew about me doing panels, and I knew about Mac Mean doing panels and K Solo, yeah, but I ain't watch no Bullets Cotties and no, you know what I'm saying, 050s and no, I ain't watch nobody else because I'm minding my, I still don't watch y'all niggas. You heard? Y'all niggas talk about me, nigga. I don't give a fuck. I only talk about y'all niggas if you play yourself with me. You heard? And if I see that you pussy and I think you pussy, you heard? But that nigga was running around acting like he my mans and shit. Just to get close enough to, that's what they do. They do the love bombing, mirroring shit, just to get close enough to try to hurt you.
So
you know what I mean?
Is that a narcissist trait? Or narcissistic?
That's very narcissistic. Yeah, that's a narcissist trait. There's thousands of them. It's called the narcissistic toolbox. They got all these tools that they use to ruin other people's lives and to make you question your own sense of reality. They want you to go crazy because they're crazy, huh? But it's like having an intelligent demon. You know, it's demonic, bro. It's like having a smart 7-year-old little kid demon, though. You know what I'm saying? Like their emotions is a child, but their mind is a serpent. You heard? They dangerous. So any niggas that hear my sound of my voice for the 30 seconds, know I'm telling the truth. Cause yo, China Brim went through it with son. He saw the snake in him. You heard Velo, now you see the snake in him. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the problems in the sector when people be at each other, you can attribute to bitch ass niggas like that nigga. Huh? And I dare you come over here, nigga, with that you like to travel shit. I promise you I'm gonna change your whole fucking life, my nigga. You heard? And don't send me no fucking contract written in crayon. Nah, I said, yo, grab yourself a motherfucking Thule. You heard? Grab yourself a razor. Grab yourself some grown man toys. You heard? That really make loud noises before you pull up to my motherfucking area. Because I promise you I'm more dangerous than you niggas in real life. I promise you. And that's what you get for fucking with a nice guy, nigga. Suck my dick.
I was about to run into that. So now, what is the good you take from YouTube?
The good we take from YouTube is I feel like, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to my panel and my channel, you know what I'm saying, I feel like God put, see, we got, the world's going to bring you trouble, but God going to help you find those pockets of peace. You heard? So I find my pockets of peace with my people that been through it, with my peoples from the Bronx, my old dusty Puerto Ricans, my Tulka-ish Jesses, my big Buckses, my Asias, you know what I'm saying? It's certain people that we put our we stand in the fire for, and I love it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't give a fuck if there's a million evil niggas outside. I'm still going outside. You know what I'm saying? You outside, I walk you home, nigga. You heard? You need help, nigga, with these ugly niggas? I'm here. You heard? Because my name is Latin Pain, not Latin Peaches, nigga. I'm not pussy. You heard?
That's a fact. That's a whole fact. So, I seen you do things for the community. So, what made you start doing that?
I've been doing that my whole life, big bucks. I've been outside. You heard? If I'm about to eat something and you ain't got no food, I'm not going to eat if I can't feed you. You heard? So I'll never take a bite out of food in front of homeless people. I lived on those streets. I slept in the staircases of the projects. I slept on the train to stay out the rain. You know what I'm saying? I've been battling with homelessness my whole teenage years into my 20s. You know what I'm saying? Till I started really getting money and all of that. You feel me? So I know how it feels to be without, man. I know how it feels to be hungry. I know how it feels to have nowhere to sleep. I know how it feels to be cold outside. I know how it feels to be homeless and poor and, you know what I'm saying, afraid and alone and ducking the police and ducking the thugs at the same time because you're going to sleep in this trap house. You know what I'm saying? And all types of wild shit. You feel me? So I always had a thing for the homeless. I always had a heart for the poor. You know what I'm saying? I grew up like that. So when I see a poor person, I always want to help. You feel me? Because I would have wanted to help myself. You feel me? You treat people the way you want to be treated. You know what I'm saying? And don't forget where you come from. Because it could be one fucking split second decision that put me back in the streets again, bro. You heard? It could be one bad mistake. It could be one fuck you, bitch, fuck you, motherfucker. Next thing you know, you walking down the motherfucking highway, nigga, with a pit bull and a bag on you. You feel me? So you never know. So you gotta treat people the way God intended you to treat them, so that He could treat you. You know what I'm saying? Good too. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. Yo, listen, anybody in the chat that gotta, as because this is not an interview. You know what I mean? This is a powwow right here. Amongst two dudes. Who on the same come up. We got the same grind. Our views are somewhat similar. You understand what I'm saying? So if y'all got any questions y'all want to ask Pain, drop it in the chat, and I definitely ask him that. Anything y'all want to ask, you know what I mean, is an open book. You know what I mean? This is why
I,
I rocks with him. You know what I mean? Because like he said in the beginning, once you question somebody's loyalty, for me as well, that's nobueno.com. Like I'm not gonna spend that much energy to worry about whether if you go in a dark alley with me, we go both come out and brag about the movie we did or the movie got put on us, should I say. So I ain't
mm-hmm.
worried about me coming out by myself and you done ran back to the block already, and I'm coming out that alley
Nah.
putting on, and you on the block already. Somehow you went to get the guys. You know what I mean? So everything. You know what I mean? It's Cappy cool. So yo, Pain. So moving on, you get to Texas, you start rocking on the YouTube streets. You bump into the little, the as you would call it, the dirty sector and all of that. So as you start your journey, you understand me. What part of Latin Pain in your real Govey plays an important role in your life?
Well, when it comes, like, what do I bring to the YouTube, more or less? Like, what part of
Nah,
me do I?
after this is just after the YouTube. This dealing with reality. So you could throw the YouTube in there as well. But when you're dealing with real life and you take Latin Pain and you you put that against the government, what would you say? Okay, you know what? This part right here, I add that part with right here, and then I come up with, with the whole bang. Like for
I don't
me,
do none of that.
for an example,
You're Bucks.
let me break it down. Let me break it down for you for an example. Like for me, Bucks Bucks is a character on YouTube for me. You understand? In real life, I'm a whole nother person. So all in all reality, what I did was I took a little from Bucks and I take a little from my real life and I put that shit in a big pot and make some gumbo and I come up with UNT Network. Us never them. So
No, I could respect that, Bucks. I don't know how to do none of that. You heard, what you see is what you get. This is what I feel like. I'm just going, if I'm happy and I press the live button, you're going to get a happy pain. If I'm sad and I press the live button, you're going to get a sad pain. The way I'm talking to you on this shit, the way I talk to them niggas outside in front of the black building is the way I'm really like this, bro. I don't know what else to explain. Sometimes I'm up, sometimes I'm down. You know what I'm saying?
all right,
But
so tell us. I got a better way to do it. So tell us a little about you outside of Latin pain.
there's no such thing.
It gotta be. What do you mean ain't no such thing?
This is who I be, bro.
No,
I'm
but
really
what
like this.
I understand that.
My whole aim is to give y'all who I really am. So you never have, when you come pick me up, nigga, when you come pick me up, you're going to be like, damn, that's the same nigga from the YouTube.
No, I understand that. But at the end of the day, it's always something that you can say, you can separate the character. Because at the end of the day, Latin pain is just a character.
I do the same thing that I do with the cameras off, bro.
But a lot of people don't see you running around
Yeah,
holding
they
out.
do. You ain't been around long enough, Bucks. You know,
No,
I
I
love.
seen it. I seen a couple shows when you did that. But I'm just saying, how many other people you think saw that?
No, I feel you, but I always been feeding the homeless. Whether it's I do it with most of the time with no cam on. I always been flipping on people who try to disrespect me. I lose my teeth and my eyeballs for the shit for my love and respect. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like partying right now. I feel like having fun all the time with my life. Every pocket I get a opportunity to do so. You know what I'm saying? YouTube is just an opportunity for me to have a little fun for the day. You feel me? And I'm having fun with it. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Unless I'm in a bad
Uh,
mood.
I know that ain't the point guard. Point guard.
Point guard ain't putting up on no panels.
Nah, he well, just got the blicky, so you dig.
So
But
he got style. Yo, Cuba de Bronx, salute, B. Old Dusty, salute, B. Your hats on the whole set. You heard? So my whole motto is real life, real spit without the bullshit. Love thy neighbor, slap thy hater. I really believe in that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? I really believe, because the truth always gonna come out about somebody. Have I done bad in my life? Yeah, maybe. And what? What happened? You did it? So I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Only God could judge me. I really believe that. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? I show love to my peoples. I'm a proud New York Rican. You heard? I'ma always be that. You know what I'm saying? I break this phone, throw YouTube away, nigga, and do the shit outside, because I do it anyway. You know what I'm saying? I just wanna be for there for my peoples, the ones that need me. God gonna put them in place. God run this shit, bro. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just pressing a live button and telling you how I feel that day. You feel me?
that's a fact. That's a whole fact. So how many people you think that you can literally say you got your message across to them?
Well, I don't know that answer, but I know there's many. I know there's a lot. You know what I'm saying? Old Dusty been with me since my first video. You know what I mean? You know, from Bumbly Rumble knew me damn near her whole life in the streets and on the net. You know what I'm saying? Case BTFX, you know what I'm saying? That's the big bro. You know what I'm saying? When you come to my channel, don't be surprised to hear something about me from somebody in the chat that knows for sure, because they was there. You feel me? I feel like I'm one of the only niggas in this sector that niggas from the streets really know. You heard, or that been around, and I'm not trying to glorify, or I'm not saying I'm better than nobody. It's just how God plays my life out for me. He didn't make me to be a liar, and he makes sure niggas know that. You know what I'm saying? I don't lie about nothing. I'll even tell you shit about me that you might not like. You heard, but that's what it is, and that's what it's gonna be. You feel me? You're not the police. You're not my baby mama. I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's a fact. You're not supposed to.
Oh shit, that shit tasted nasty.
Yeah, that's a fact. Boston, Cuba. I mean, you got to. You know what I mean? But I personally, feel like, a lot of dudes.
Boston Cuba been with me the whole time. You heard? I love to love, B. I'm a believer in God, but I'm not a believer in many churches. I don't follow nobody. You know what I'm saying? I follow my heart, my God, and my experiences. You heard? Other than that, you know what I'm saying? I rock with the real. You feel me? Who appreciate support. If I tried and I failed, appreciate the thought. You heard? I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know nothing about no algorithms. I don't know nothing about no. I don't study none of that shit. I just press the live button. Whoever's there is there. Whoever's not is not. We gonna rock how we rock. We gonna have a good time. If you try to play me, I'ma roast you. You heard? I'ma cause some emotional damage. I'ma laugh, and I'ma get, and then I'ma end the show and do it outside too. The same shit we be doing on here is the same shit we just do. I don't even know what I'm doing, my nigga. There's
So,
no plan.
Okay. So, I guess I'm gonna switch my next question up a little different then. So, what are the things you think that you got to offer YouTube?
Myself, bro. All I got is me, son. You heard? And my peoples. You know what I'm saying? What I feel like what I offer is my knowledge in hip hop, my passion, my love for the peoples. You know what I'm saying? And I'm holding myself down through whatever situation it is, whether it's YouTube or whether it's Decatur Ave or whether it's Comstock or Sing Sing. I only got me, bro. I can only give you myself. You know what I'm saying?
That's a
I ain't
whole
got shit else for you.
that's a whole fact. So now that we talk about hip hop, you know what I mean? What made you, you know, fall in love, no Beijing, with hip hop?
Yo, you know what's crazy? My moms and my pops was hip hop before I was born. Like, you feel me? My moms and my pops, my biological father and everybody around us, you know what I'm saying? We was hip hop. They was hip hop already before I was born. So I was born right into it, you know what I'm saying? Coming from Webster Avenue and all that, coming up as a little baby, everything was about hip hop. Hip hop is my first best friend, you know what I'm saying? I'm not just talking about the music, I'm talking about the whole, you know what I'm saying, the whole culture, you feel me? So it's like from the graffiti to the Johnny Pump, son, you feel me? For everything was hip hop for me. You heard? Everything is hip. I see hip hop in everything that I see, bro. Everything that's good. You know what I'm saying? When I was a little kid, my step pops used to make me fight all the other kids in the block. They ain't like me, but I had my music though. So it was, you know what I'm saying? Or I had my marker, my Sharpie. I was putting sin on the wall, and you feel me? Everything was about hip hop, man. It's a whole way of living. It's a whole entity. You know what I'm saying? It just resonates inside of you. You feel me? And you become that. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're really from that. You know, hip hop to me is New York City urban street culture. You heard? Everything else is rap. You heard? And all ghettos got forms of hip hop, but the bottom line is the purest form of hip hop is the boogie down Bronx. You feel me?
And why would you stain that? What would make you think, being that you from the Bronx, why would you put that label that the Bronx is where it started?
Because that's where it started. You know? Yo, listen, if it wasn't for the crews like the Seven Immortals, the Chingalings, the Savage Nomads, Renegade Indians, the Ghetto Brothers, the Black Spades, and Bronx urban street culture, we would never have hip hop, son. You heard? It's who we are, bro. Hip hop ain't a thing that you do. It's a thing that you are. It's a people. And those people are really hip hop. That's really who they are. Fuck being black, fuck being Puerto Rican, fuck being white, Chinese, whatever. You heard? Race and cultures do two different things. We from the Bronx. We hip hop by mistake, nigga. You heard that crackhead nigga spitting all that game to you where he bopping, he hip hop. You heard that righteous, poor righteous teacher motherfucker trying to drop jewels on the shorties about oppression and destruction and all that. He hip hop. You know what I'm saying? It's more than just writing a rhyme and spitting on the beat. It's an actual way of life, my nigga, that you can't help. It's just the way. It's just what it is. What it is. Ain't no other place in the world. I don't care where you go to. That's exactly like the BX. There's only one BX. There's only one New York City. You heard? And we birthed that shit. We taught the rest of the world something fly. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let me ask this. What makes you so proud to be from the Bronx?
What? What you mean, son? I got my lumps and bumps from there. I survived that crazy shit. You heard? I get daps and hugs. You heard? Like, you heard? I slept on the floors and that shit. Nigga, I survived one of the realest places God ever put on this earth, my nigga. You heard? And it's a beautiful place with the oppressed people, a beautiful place with 1.3 million poor motherfuckers, and we always make it happen some way, somehow. So you gotta be proud of the Bronx. You gotta be proud to be from the Bronx. Because one, is not gonna be easy. Two, it might be dangerous, but three, it's gonna be a lot of pockets of love, nigga. You heard? Bronx is the flyest shit that ever happened to the human race. The only thing I'll say though, you know what I'm saying, is that it's like my gift and my curse too. Like every time I live in the Bronx, I'll be home for like 9 months and then I'll be up north for like 3 years, you heard? So you gotta take the good with the bad. But you know, I made all my mistakes in the Bronx and I learned a lot from my mistakes, you know what I'm saying? So I'm proud that I went through what I went through. It is what it is. Let it be what it was. Just keep it moving, son. You feel me? But the Bronx is the shit. The Bronx is the place. You on mute, my nigga.
Damn. What would be the difference between today's hip hop and back then hip hop?
Well, today's hip hop is more for the clout than the realism. You heard? So, and hold on. Let me take that back. Hold on. Let's not say that. Because you got hip hop, which is the culture. You heard? Fuck a rap game, fuck a lyric, right? You got hip hop, which is the culture, and then you got the rap industry. Two different things. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? You got the industry, then you got in the streets, right? So there's really no difference between back in the days hip hop and today's hip hop. Hip hop is just hip hop. It's the people. You know what I'm saying?
I got it. No. Nah. Me personally, it's a big difference because when you say hip hop, right? When I think of hip hop, and I'm thinking, oh, I'm thinking b-boys. I'm thinking spray
Mm-hmm.
painting. I'm thinking spray painting on a wall. I'm thinking about break dancing on cardboard boxes. I'm thinking big radios. You know what I mean? I'm thinking.
Yo, Bucks, all that shit still exists. It's just different now. You heard? Instead of windmills on the floor and all that, shorties is doing TikToks with new dancers all the time. Them little niggas is hip hop, B. Look at the Shafars and all them shorties that's in Times Square right now with new dances. You heard? It's still going on. It's just a different move. You feel me? That shit's still alive. You heard? It's just that it don't get the attention no more because the rap game industry owns social media. Man, most of the shit you see is not gonna be the real shit. You heard? And that's
I'm gonna give you
media shit.
now that you say that, I'm gonna give you a little secret about me. I got my first big dollars dancing in Times Square. My whole squad, yo, I got guys who made it. Like we used to dance on trains. Like when you seen us dancing on trains, like my man who did that shake the rump, you know that beat? My
All I
man
wanna
Larry,
do is zoom. That shit.
my man Larry made that beat on a bucket, my nigga. on a bucket, a regular bucket. That's the whole fact. So I just, I had to sidebar that because when you said that, my first couple dollars, man, was we used to
So
go to Times Square. We should ride the 4 train from 176 in Davidson all the way to 42nd Street in Times Square, man, and make hundreds of dollars. We used to do this shit young. This is how I got out of. We start going out of town. We used to do this young, man. Like I don't know, like if people be watching, like it'd be like these two twins. You dig what I mean? They from the Towers. You know what I mean? Shout out to them. You know what I mean? But we used to do a move. It was called the midget. You know what I mean? Like I really think we invented that. You know what I mean? Like ain't nobody never did that until we was doing that. You know what I mean? But that's neither here nor there. So at the end of the day, hip hop to me is different because of the graffiti, the break dancing. You know what I mean? The the love. Because I truly think hip hop. I think hip hop brought love.
yeah,
Hip hop brought love, and when you say
yeah.
what's the difference between hip hop today and then, it's no hip hop now. It's just considered drill music.
Nah, you talking about the music aspect. It's the music aspect though, Bucks. You just went from saying the
Well,
graffiti and
drill
all that.
has no wait. Hip hop is a culture,
Yeah.
so I don't take drill and put him in hip hop culture. Drill is his own culture. I mean, they've been drilling music now for the past 10 years, a decade.
Yo, real hip hop niggas is 40, 50, 60 now, son. You heard?
Now you know what I wanna switch something up. I wanna switch that up. Because I just thought about something. You know, hip hop is a culture. And I think drill music brought another sound to hip hop.
Yo, listen, Bucks. Hip hop is the father nowadays to almost every subculture you can find. Whether it's pop, rock and roll, a McDonald's commercial. You heard hip hop birthed all types of shit out here in the world today. Right? And that's just a whole fact. I'm not trying to disrespect nobody's shit. I'm not trying to take away from other great minds that didn't know nothing about hip hop. But you could look at a McDonald's commercial and see the hip hop influence in it. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop influenced the globe, my nigga. The whole globe. You heard where you can listen to a rock and roll song nowadays and see the hip hop influence in it. You know what I'm saying? From the Bronx to Japan. You heard? You could see the influence of the real hip hop from the 70s, bro. You heard?
So
Hip hop influenced the
what made
world.
you start rhyming?
Well, my mom's was a poet, and she used to write for the Police Benevolent magazine. You heard? And when I was 4 years old, my mom's was a writer, and she used to try to write, and I was a hyper kid. So she started teaching me my ABCs and giving me a pen and a paper, so that while she do her poems, I'll be emulating her. You heard? And I'll be scribbling on pieces of paper. So that's how she kept me quiet. And then I just learned how to write. And I like to, anything that I came to my mind, I would like to put it on paper and show my mom's like, yo, ma, I just wrote my mind on the paper. You heard? And then I just kept doing that shit all my life, my nigga. I've been writing since I was like 6 years old. You heard?
So did you ever take it serious, or it was just like something you know how to do?
I took it serious once I hit like I say 25, 26. Before that, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never see myself really being an artist and none of that. I just figured, you know what I'm saying? I just figured it was for fun. You heard? It was just something I like to do. You know, then plus I was incarcerated a lot between those teen years and those early 20s, you heard? So I didn't really take the time out to do nothing positive with myself in no form of fashion. You heard? I mean, when it came to getting money, you know, I just got it off the street, however we get it off the street. You know what I'm saying? So when I got with Ro Major, shout out to Ro Major, and when me and Stoney the Brainiac came home off a bid, you know what I mean? We started a crew together and niggas loved it, you heard? And we sold CDs, we made a bunch of tracks, you know what I'm saying? We had fun. I try to take it serious. And then I met niggas in the industry that just make you feel weird, bro. There's a lot of weirdos in that shit. So I just said, fuck it, we're gonna do it for the love and not the industry. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really never wanted to be. Once I met niggas in the industry and saw the weird shit that be going on or felt the weird vibes and how they try to liquor you up and drug you up to be cool and, you know, all types of demonic shit. You know, once I saw certain shit from niggas, I just didn't want to be part of that shit. I just said, fuck it. I'll be hip hop, but I ain't no rapper. You know what I'm saying?
Break that down a little bit. What you mean by that?
Well, you got the niggas in the industry, and then you got the niggas that's really in the street. You heard? And I'd rather be the nigga really in the street than sell my soul to these demon ass niggas for some bread. Yeah, you might get rich and famous, but you might also turn out to be a bitch ass nigga. You heard? Selling your whole ass or whatever the fuck them niggas be doing in them weird ass parties. You know what I'm saying? So I've been around certain people. I almost caught a deal 2 times. I didn't like the energy. It was mad uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? So I just said, fuck it. I'd rather fuck with the real niggas than the rich niggas. You heard? I don't mind being poor as long as I'm loved and respected. You heard?
That's deep. That's deep right there. That's deep right
Yeah, a
there.
lot of these dudes, yo, money is the root of all evil, right? But it's more the love of money, if anything. You heard? And some people want the money so bad that they willing to be somebody other than who they really are in order to get it. I'll be broke before I make believe with you, Bucks. I promise you. I don't even get no money on this shit, really, and I do it anyway, right?
That's the whole fact. Oh, that
You
nigga
some,
wild.
you know that shit trash. I don't think nothing should. I don't think there's not enough. There's not enough money in the world to want to be something you're not, bro. Yo, that's a sad life to me. I find freedom in being myself. I find freedom in expressing myself how I really feel. You heard? And I feel like that's oppressive. Money could be oppressive if that takes that shit away from you. You heard?
Right. That's the whole fact. It takes the fun out of life.
Yeah. I'd rather be a broke nigga. Fuck it. Judge me, nigga. I don't give a fuck. I'd rather be a broke nigga than a sad rich nigga. You know how many millionaires done put a fucking barrel of a gun in their mouth and just said, Pop, I'm out of here. You was a millionaire. Why you leave? Because that shit don't mean shit at the end of the day. You
They got
still was sad, nigga. With all that money, you sad, nigga. I ain't got shit, nigga. I'm happier than all y'all niggas.
that's what I was about to say. Look at the nigga Puff. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it that'll look good on the outside, somebody looking in. But at the end of the day, that nigga burning on fire in the inside.
Yeah, man. All that money for what they said, more money, more problems. It'd be nice to be rich, right? If I would have won the lotto right now, my nigga, I'd probably be broke next week, my nigga, because I'ma spread the love, nigga. Because you can't take it with you. I don't feel like my riches after growing up homeless so many times and still had love in my life. I don't feel like my riches even exist on the earth, bro. I feel like my riches, I get them when I die, as long as I do it God's way, as long as I try my best to do it like God, or you know what I'm saying? Or do the right thing. I feel like I'll be the richest nigga in heaven and the poorest nigga on earth. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Excuse my language, Lord. So if I gotta be broke till the day I die just to be the richest man in the heavens, I don't mind. Because I feel like the physical is just a short part of my life. So everything I go through on this earth is just a test to see if I'm worthy to be rich when I die.
Facts. Facts. Damn, so we got, for those, who just probably coming in and the 30 that's in the building already, man. For those who didn't and don't understand pain, You understand me? I don't know what you've been listening to. You know what I mean? I definitely don't. But you know, at the end of the day, you know, I feel that man stand on honor. You dig what I mean? So, you know, with all that being said, Pain, like, um, let's get to this the meat and potato part now. You know, now you already we on the tube, we doing what which YouTuber let's start with the respect first. What YouTuber you give much respect to?
The most respectable brother that I know or that I've watched.
It could be both.
Well, Fred White, Tales from the Pen, is the realest nigga I met on YouTube. You heard? That does YouTube as far as humility, as far as keeping it real, telling the truth, putting things in proper perspectives, as far as being a good person, loving thy neighbor, slapping thy hater, and the shit I stand on. Fred White is the realest that I've ever watched and I've known. And if you're not watching Tales from the Pen, you're missing out on a great time, on a great experience, on a great vibe. You heard? So that's my favorite YouTuber. Point blank, period. You heard? And K Solo is the funniest, but he bugged out. I love K Solo, so those are like my favorites. You know what I'm saying? But there's many, man. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people really doing their thing. You feel me? That I admire or that I respect. Maybe not admire, but I respect. You know, there's a lot of people I respect. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people I don't respect. But as far as my favorite YouTuber, I gotta say it's Tales from the Pen, Fred White. You heard? He's my favorite.
So now when you say that, that's your favorites. So now we ain't gonna get to the part on who you dislike. But at the end of the day, which I ain't gonna say which one. How many of these YouTube niggas that you would just like to just slap the Mars?
Well, there's some I would like to slap to Mars and all that flesh fly shit, you heard? But they ain't never gonna get around me, so I'm not going, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna make it a cartoon, right? But there's a lot. I don't. If you dirty sector for the most part, I probably don't respect you. You heard? I probably don't respect most niggas on the application, period. You heard? Because niggas weaponize the shit to try to bring people down. They try to bring the spirit of downheartedness to people. They try to make people sad like if life ain't hard enough. You heard? And you could tell that these niggas are only tough when they press the button on a fucking camera phone, my nigga. And that's corny to me. You heard? I like the humble niggas that's spreading love and positivity. I like the people that's actually dropping jewels and something I could use to be successful in my own life. If I really can't be successful off the jewels you drop in or use them and apply them to my life in some form of fashion, then I ain't listening to your ass. You know what I'm saying? You heard? I don't really talk about niggas. Niggas talk about me, so I roast them. You heard? If niggas don't come for me, I don't never say nothing about you, fam. If you don't do no bozo shit to me, I don't give a fuck. I don't watch y'all niggas, you heard? People let me know when y'all niggas try to play me on the low. I don't look for y'all. Y'all look for me. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's dick suckery. That shit is man mookish. That shit is weird. You heard? So I don't fuck with these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Now I do want to say something though, and I'm gonna be polite. You heard? I don't really like China Brim moves. You heard? Because he be uplifting bozos. Now I think some pretty fly if he want to be fly, but sometimes he let the internet get to his head, so he'll do anything for the internet. And I think that's pussy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to diss fam or none of that, because there's some shit he do that I think is fly. You heard? There's some shit that at times he's done. I'll be like, yo, that's a fly, that nigga smart. You heard? He know how to work people. So I could respect that part. But at the same time, some shit niggas do for clout. You know what I'm saying? Like talking about La Brim and real niggas that I respect from the Bronx, for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So other than that, though, he know how to throw a party. Can't take that away from the kid. You heard? He know how to throw a party. That's that West Indian blood. He could get fly when he want to get fly, but he be uplifting bozos, nigga. My only real problem with you, if you see this shit, is that you try to uplift my slanderers. And I don't give a fuck what set you claim, my nigga. I'll smack you in real life. And if you could beat me up, you just gonna have to, because I ain't appreciate that shit. So if you don't like what I said, nigga, suck my dick, nigga. That's how I feel. And I'm on Sun Valley and die if you ain't like that shit. And it only costs $159 for catch a flight to beat me up. I don't give a fuck about none of that. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask. So all right. So now, what would it take for you and the nigga China to see eye to eye?
No. I don't give a fuck about none of that. You ain't got to see eye to eye with me. All I'm saying is I really
No,
liked
I'm
the nigga at
saying
one time.
I'm saying you spoke your piece. So I'm saying with
Yo,
all that
stop
being
uplift.
said,
Yo, he a child of God, and you know he a child of God, and he know he a child of God too. You know you don't really want smoke in the real life. You know you really not a bad person, but you come to the internet and front like some leader of a dark side. Nigga, you ain't no demon. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is be who you really is, nigga, when you come to talk to Latin Pain, son. I don't give a fuck about your squad. I don't give a fuck about your likes, your views, none of that. That's what made me mad that I saw you fronting, Mo. You know what I'm saying? I understand it's the entertainment business and all that, but keep it real when you talk to me, nigga, because I do that shit to you. Treat me the way I want to be treated. You ain't got to like me, my nigga. I don't give a fuck if you ever talk to me, but don't be fucking uplifting the niggas try to smear my name. And you trying to big them up, nigga, and then you talk to me behind the scenes like we cool? Suck my dick. I would have never did that to nobody. You heard? Yo, Bucks, if I tell you we cool, we talking, we vibing and all that, and niggas is disrespecting you, I ain't lifting up their channel, boosting up their spirit, none of that, trying to give them energy to keep going at big bucks. Is you crazy? You heard? I would smack the shit out of a China Brim, a Harlem Legend, whoever the fuck try to play me in my life. My mother, my father, my sisters, any motherfucker that got blood in his veins, nigga. You don't do that to people.
it's a whole fact. That's a whole fact. So who else? Who else? Because I see that's a touchy topic right there. So who else?
Nah, because I don't like when niggas be trying to be like they cool with you, but then do some suck ass shit and I can't reach them. Because if you was across the street trying to brim, you'd have had to fuck me up, nigga, because I eat your food in real life, nigga. Nobody do that to Latin Pain. Not my mother, not my father, not the police, not the neighbors, not nobody gonna try to play me for no fucking reason at all. I love you, but I'll fuck you up, nigga. I promise you. I don't like that shit. You heard?
Emotional damage.
I'll fuck you up. And if
Yo,
you could beat me up, you're just gonna have
you
to.
just sounded real emotional right there, yo.
Yeah. Nah, not really. I just want niggas to know the truth, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas
You
do a
don't
lot of
think? Hey,
goofy,
yo,
fake
listen.
gangster shit on the
Hey, yo,
internet, nigga.
listen.
I'm not with that shit.
I'm gonna say this while you up here, right? You don't think people know already? You don't look around what's going on, and you don't see
Cause I
like
like them niggas. You know why I get mad? You know why I get mad though? Cause I actually liked it, them niggas. I actually liked it, the 050 shit. I liked the Harlem Legend and them niggas. But when you try to uplift the niggas and try to play me like I'm not, like you got bozo niggas fronting like they real, and then you let them niggas attack the real niggas, and you know it too, Bucks. Fuck that. You heard these niggas try to weaponize bozos and shit, knowing these niggas is birds and got niggas with my name all in their mouth, and you think it's cute. You laughing? I'll give you something to laugh about, nigga. A whole nother pussy on your face, nigga. You heard? So don't do that to me. You know what I'm saying? Especially if I like your stupid ass, I just throw you away, nigga, like a whole bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like a whole prostitute. I put $40 on the table, nigga, and leave the fucking room. You heard? After I rip your whole shit apart. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I didn't like. You feel me? I didn't like that type of shit.
it's
Cause I like
some
this
Mortal
shorty. Cause
Kombat
them
shit.
niggas is real life. Them niggas is little niggas to me. And I know they energy. Type of niggas come to your cell, yo, tomorrow's commissary, yo, Pain, can I hold a pack of ramen noodles? Nigga, you wasn't no gangster, nigga. Type of niggas that need 50 niggas to bang out. I don't need 50 niggas to bang out. I'll get fucked up and all that, but I ain't calling for nobody. Y'all niggas call for help. You heard? I'm the nigga you calling the police on. So you shouldn't do that to me.
That's a whole fact. Hey, yo, I need you to what's your name? Yo,
Yo,
play that joint, yo, on the low. That's my favorite joint. That Pain, Blood
I
Smoke.
can't play it here. This your
Why not?
shit. I ain't got access to your shit.
Nah. Oh, you can't come in on like how you did that shit before. coming on a wherever you got that shit at, you come up on the platform, and I bring you up. And you speak.
Yo, you know what it is? I took my computer apart. You heard?
All right,
When I thought I was going to prison the other day, so I started. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, let me put my stuff away here.
nobueno.gov, nigga.
But the
Yeah,
police said that they didn't want to lock me up, and they had a talk with me. You heard? And they ain't locked me up, but I thought I was going to jail the other day. I said, yo, let me start putting my shit away. You know what I'm saying? Just in
nigga,
case.
you should have been trying to worry about boofing some tobacco and all that, nigga. That nigga say he took the
Nigga, I
computer.
ain't never boofed nothing in my life, my nigga. I ain't doing none of that. We just gonna have to live without it, son. You heard?
That's a whole fact, yo. That's a whole fact. So boom, you know what I mean? So now moving forward, man, you know, what what is your goal, like on YouTube? You know what I'm saying? Like what is like
I don't really got a YouTube goal, but to probably, you know what I'm saying, this year basically, you know what I'm saying, clean up the channel, you heard, and have fun with it, but clean it up and see if it feed me a little bit since I spend time on it. But I don't really got no goal. I'm not greedy. You heard, I really like the people that rock with me. I really just want to put on for the people that rock with me, you heard, and for our culture. You know what I'm saying? And we making noise, so it's not like they don't know who we is. You heard? You know what I'm saying? And I don't give a fuck who it is. If they play with this application, some way, somehow, you heard about the kid. You heard? So the goal really is to just keep it real, keep it raw, you know what I'm saying, represent the BX and represent blacks and Latinos the way we're supposed to be represented, and stop all that fake ass shit. Everybody want to be a killer for no reason. Y'all ain't got no stripes, no scars. Everybody got this misconception that because you from the bottom, you supposed to be mean or something, or because you from the bottom, you supposed to be, that's a fucking whole lie. Some of the nicest people in the world come from the motherfucking ghetto. You heard? It's God's children all over the world. So I just want to represent who we really are and help people to share their stories and have their voice and don't have to be fronting it without fear of judgment. You know what I'm saying? Without fear of judgment, without fear of niggas trying to play you in some kind of way. I'm not gonna let nobody play nobody if you with me, my nigga. You heard? If you get played, we both got played, nigga. We must be leaking in the hospital or something because I don't live my life like that. Love thy neighbor, slap thy hater. That's my whole message to the world, man. Keep it real or get the fuck out of here. Leave me alone. You heard? Because you could be whatever you want to be, and that's cool with me. You heard? But don't tell the world I'm something that I'm not, nigga. You feel me?
that's a fact. That's a whole fact right there. You gotta stand for something, man, in the world, man. You know what I mean? So, you know,
And I got pit bull puppies on the way. You heard blue nose and red nose mix. You know what I'm saying? White and brindles, they probably gonna come out. You heard? So if anybody looking for puppies, you know what I'm saying, hit me up on Instagram, that real Rican rap. You know what I'm saying? Give us a couple of months. You heard? You're gonna have a new puppy. It's gonna cost you something though. You heard? But it's gonna be worth it. You heard?
facts. Yeah, hey, Jess, I wonder, can Jess do it? Can Jess, if she got the song, can she pull it up?
Nah, yo, you gotta have. She has to have access to your account. Like if she pulled up in your studio,
Oh,
then
is she a
she could do
mod?
it.
Oh, all right, I got you.
Yeah, nah, it's more than that. Oh, unless she got a computer and she pull it up the video in a thing and then you press it. Let me see if I could do it. Hold on. Do they let you do it from the phone? Nah, they don't let you do it from the phone, son. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my shit right there. Blood, sweat,
Which one is that?
tears,
I really felt
pain,
like that too. You talking about I
pain,
done told you, son,
pain.
trapped in the world that I don't come from.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Yo, that's what yo. You know, for me, man. Um, I took a lot of criticism. You know, lot of slack, a lot of bad feedback, right? And I stood on one thing, man. You know what I mean? They asked me to do it again. I do that shit again, man. You dig? I tell, my guy. I think I told you this already. I go to war with a nigga like Pain over the whole movement. You know what I mean? And they like, yo, why you feel that way? I'm like, 'cause I don't understand. Like, boy ain't gonna turn his back on you. You know what I'm saying? Boy ain't gonna try to slander you with lies. he stand on the same thing I stand on. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, when you break that story down, you know, and I always tell you, my guy, like, you know, you you don't have to become somebody else for YouTube. I really
That's a
feel
whole fact.
like a YouTuber need a person like you more than you would need YouTube. You know what I mean? Because you're diverse. You know what I'm saying? Like you can dip into that, you could dip into this, you could dip into that, and then you could still remain Lampane. You know what I mean? And for people not to understand something, right? But quick to hate on that same something, that's the thing that be mind boggling, because the only way you can hate on anybody or hate anybody, you have to know them. You understand what I'm saying? Like you gotta know them. I don't care. I don't care if it's indirect hate. I don't hate and jealousy is two different things, if you ask me. Some may say jealous, you know, you gotta know the person. No, no. Hate is more stronger than jealousy. You understand what I'm saying? Jealousy is when you don't really know a person, you just jealous of them. Like you don't even know the nigga. So I get that with Pain a lot. So, you know, they ask me like, yo, you know, why you said you'll go, yeah, I go to war with a nigga like that, because in return, I know a nigga like that will go to war for me. You understand what I'm saying? And it don't take nothing for two dudes link up, do what they do, and it's organic. Niggas ain't gotta be behind the scenes setting plays. Niggas ain't
None of
gotta
that.
nothing. You know what I mean? And it's like, you know, people get caught up with, oh yo, Pain is a troll. Nah. You gotta get to know a nigga before you start slandering a nigga,
You know,
man. You understand
you
what I'm
know
saying?
what though? You know what though? When niggas say Pain is a troll, that's just their excuse. You know what I'm saying, for losing to logic, you know, or being defeated by my truths. I'm not trolling. I'm laughing at bozos. You heard, when you do something stupid and you try to put my name in your mouth. Because if you never bother me, I'll never be on y'all shit, nigga. I won't even think about you.
That's a whole fact. So what would you let me ask this. Is it safe to say that YouTube taught you some things?
Yeah, it taught me how people really weaponize. It taught me how cowardly, you know what I'm saying, how cowards use this shit. You heard? Like how many cowards is really in front of our face and we don't know they cowards. You know what I'm saying? Like how many cowards is hiding in plain sight. You heard? So it's like I saw some of the weirdest shit, and these niggas will not do that. I see niggas masked up. You can't tell who the fuck they are. You know what I'm saying? But they talking mad shit, never camming up. You heard talking all that wasa. You know what I'm saying? Talking all that wah shit, but they don't want a motherfucking. They not really about it. I see how it taught me that the internet is basically a weapon, a tool of the devil. Now we could use it as God's children, but we gotta use it totally different than they using it. Most niggas is on here that they never was there outside, so they make up a story and come on the internet, and now all of a sudden they a motherfucking superhero, super thug nigga. You heard no stripes, no scars, never heard of you. Nobody in their panel ever seen him in real life. Niggas never shook a hand on this shit. You heard, they just pressed live and oh, magically he was motherfucking Noriega 1998, nigga. Fuck out of here. Yeah, so that's what it taught me, that to not pay attention to them niggas like that, man. Just do what you doing, bro. God gonna put in front of you. I'm talking to God's children too, because the devil got children too, but I don't want to talk to them. God gonna put in front of you who need to hear you. You know what I'm saying? It's not about being rich and famous. It's not about all the views in the world. You know what I'm saying? If you live my lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? God gonna put in front of me who he need to hear me, son. You heard? God gonna put in my life who he feel I deserve or who deserve me. You heard? So I just press the live button, hacks on the whole set, and salute the people. You know what I'm saying? Have fun with it. And let God take the reins on this joint, because it's not that serious, man, for niggas to be out here. I ain't doxing none of y'all niggas. I already know demons exist. Fuck, I gotta know more than that, bro. You heard?
So if you had it your way, right? How would you run let's just say this sector of YouTube?
I wouldn't, you heard? We already did that. Hold on, big bucks. We have it our way every time we hit this live button, son. We not the emotionally damaged kind. You heard? We be fucking these niggas up. We do have it our way. These niggas don't, they stutter when they say Latin pain. I heard it. Nah, it's ain't La Bamba, nigga. It's Latin pain, motherfucker. Say my name. So, yeah, it's just on the house set.
What's poppin'?
What's
Salute, sis.
poppin'?
Salute, sis.
All right, so let's see if this works. I think I got you, Bucks. I got you, because this shit is always in my playlist. So let's see if it works. Let me know if you can hear it.
That's a fact.
Plus things change the bang. Plus things change the bang. 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 It's like I'm trapped in the world I don't come from, yo. Since young grow up and want to let this mofo flow in my own prayer, man. Now for prayer, stop trying to teach me how to talk. This is how I feel. Might not know what to say, but I know how to stay. Don't know how to play, but I know how to shake. Raise a blade to the face, I've been missing the chick. I don't know how to taste, but I know how to hate. Oh, me much mercy, I don't know that kid. Trying to keep them locked in, I don't know that bit. Always been broken, been known to flip. I try to love them and they hurt me, yeah, I know y'all did. Yeah, I'm fucked up, why you trying to blame me for that? Yeah, I fucked up, boy, that made me crazy. I snapped, I got that tough love and on my back, the black as a cat. The world's on my shoulder and it's breaking my back. How fuck you don't know me? I done told you, son. Like I'm trapped in the world that I don't come from. Try to love you, motherfuckers, but you play me, you dumb. Now I'm trying to figure who I'm about to do with the gun. How fuck you don't know me? I done told you, son. Like I'm trapped in the world that I don't come from. Try to love you, motherfuckers, but you play me, you dumb. Now I'm trying to figure who I'm about to do with the gun. Never ran from a fight, but I've been ran on. Niggas left me for dead, but I still stand strong. My one brother really love me, but he's dead. They gone. I say I kill you, that's my word. That's what I stand on. Trying to be a good nigga, but I'm stuck in the rain. You see me every really, I'm just trying to howl the bang. Wicked visions in my brain, spiritually insane. You wanna stay up on my lane, I'll be a big blood stain. Get my hands to myself, and I still got hit. Try my best to be good, and I still got shit. Now I'm screaming, fuck the world and how life's a bitch. You know it is, but it is real life respect. Walk a mile in my shoes, might break your feet. Talk shit, motherfucker, might break your teeth. Try to see what I see what happened to me. I try to love them, but they hate me, shit happens, man. How fuck you don't know me? I done told you, son. It's like I'm trapped in the world that I don't come from. Try to love you, motherfuckers, but you play me, you dumb. Now I'm trying to figure who I'm about to do with the gun. How fuck you don't know me? I done told you, son. Like I'm trapped in the world that I don't come from. Try to love you, motherfuckers, but you play me, you dumb. Now I'm trying to figure who I'm about to do with the gun. How fuck you don't know me? I done told you, son. Try to love you, motherfuckers, but you play me, you dumb. Trapped in the world that I don't come from. Now I'm trying to figure who I'm going to with the gun.
Hit him with that. Hit him with the what was that? The other joint I like, Rico.
Okay, let's see. Hold on.
That nigga
You don't
said,
dip too. Look, you play his music and he dips.
nigga said, taka taka
I'm
taka
not.
taka 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 French. Hey, yeah, I don't know what that shit mean. That shit sound dope as shit though. Taka 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 French.
Yo, Bucks, though, I gotta tap out, man. My phone finna die, and I got a neighborhood to watch, you heard? But I appreciate you, my nigga, you heard?
I appreciate you more, my guy. Yo,
Word,
tell him.
son.
Tell him. What was that? What was that you say? You was? the neighborhood. Damn, what's that word? We was trying to
I'm a
figure that
pillar.
out.
I'm a pillar.
A
I'm a
pillar.
pillar.
That's a fact. You know what I mean? So
Yo,
y'all
it took us
that's
like an
a pillar.
hour to figure that word out, son. Yeah.
That's a fact. So y'all already know, man. You know what I'm saying? Yo, bless up, my man. My man keep winning. My man Lampagne, pack him up, send him to the chat, aka the pillar.
Us
You know
never
what I mean?
them.
Pillar.
You
Yo, you
heard
ready?
the pillar.
Yo, Pain, man. Any words you want to go out, man? Let the people know what it is, man.
Yeah,
Let them
yeah,
know
yeah.
what
You
you
know,
about to
same
do, man.
shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Real life, real spit without the bullshit, man. Rico Squad, all my niggas up frente. Taka, 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 tita puente. You heard? Big Bucks, us, never them, UNT. You know what I'm saying? It's the universal. You know what I'm saying? Real life, real spit without the bullshit, man. God bless you. Never let a demon stress you, man. For real. BX and B next. I'm out, son. Salute, Big
You
Bucks.
already know. Bow.
Boom, boom. Oh, Joe, shout out to Asia and everybody in the chat too. And Asia's super fly too. I just want to make sure I put that out there because it's the truth. You heard? God bless y'all, B, for real.
Good
You
love,
heard?
appreciate you already.
Easy.
Bow. So there you have it, people, man. You know what I mean? I hope, you know what I mean? I truly do. You know, I've been wanting to do that, not needed, you know, but because I know already. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it's guys that I rock with, you know. And this is why I fuck with Pain. You know what I mean? Because he don't let that come in between what we got going on. You know what I mean? Business wise. Also, it's about the pop, people. Yeah. Um. So you know, I think it was my job. You know what I mean? Just to sit him down and let him give y'all a little little of the Latin pain. You understand what I'm saying? On and off YouTube. You dig what I mean? I think he did a great job of pretty much, giving y'all a sneak preview, which, he displayed who he is, without you having to sneak. You know what I mean? All you gotta do is just, pipe down. Get to get to know who you dealing with. You know what I mean? And then if you want to make assumptions or, judgment, then that's cool. You know what I mean? But you know, I ain't gonna rock out with no bozo nigga, man. You know what I mean? That's just not what I attract. I don't attract bozo niggas. You understand me? So for those who know, they know. I would say just because of that, the benefit of the doubt should just be that. You know what I mean? Like it's you know what? For those who know, Bucks ain't rocking with no bozo niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? Like my man is dope. Uh, he's talented. And there's plethora of more things, that I could bring to the table when, you know, when you speak of someone that stand on something. You know what I mean? When you comfortable enough to know and understand that you can rock out with a person and you ain't got to worry about, the disrespect indirectly. You know what I mean? Comfortable to know enough, even if he, if it's the time where he feel like he want to shoot, he gonna shoot. You know what I mean? As far as what I see, you understand what I'm saying? So, um, I just thought it was safe for me, for the people who do feel some kind of way, you know, towards pain, that they somewhat get a better outlook and a little better understanding where it'll get them past, oh, he a troll, or you know what I mean? So I hope y'all, got a little understanding. You dig, and you know, take it from there. You know what I mean? That's all I can say. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna go wrong. You ain't gonna go wrong. And then I mean, damn, For the people I see running around YouTube that's ganging up or ganged up or I was once, I hold myself accountable. I once was, you know, fuck it. I guess I once was a bozo. You know what I mean? Because I knew better. You know what I mean? I just didn't do better. You know what I mean? Loyalty to a default. You know what I mean? Still my guys. You understand what I'm saying? If I didn't say it, I say it now. You know what I mean? Salute the China Brim, salute the Harlem Legend, salute the Platinum Shine, aka the Machine. You dig? Was it for those guys right there? There wouldn't be no Bucks. You know what I mean? So I definitely give my bars to them. You know what I mean? I will always give my bars to them at the end of the day. But I wear it. You know what I mean? So I think it's safe to say, that I know. You know what I mean? Like I know the feeling, you know what I mean, to be, riding, riding pretty much for someone else, you know, harder than they rode for themselves at the end of the day. You understand me? And I wouldn't take nothing back. You know what I mean? So I said I'm built for tough for this. You know what I mean? That's a fact. You dig? So, you know, I just hope everybody, got a better understanding because that was the motive, you know. No, you ain't gonna get to know a nigga in one day and all that, you know what I mean? But, you know, today was just the dessert. We ain't gonna do the whole meal or hors d'oeuvre. We went straight to the dessert. You understand what I mean? And that's what you gonna get. That's one of the things that I respect. And I have an understanding. You know what I mean? And then, you add all that other shit from the BX. Y'all already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's BX or B next. You understand what I'm saying? So, yo, we got some great things and up and coming. We're about to do the Battle League joint. UNC Battleground. Um, Pain, if I'm not mistaken, Panga had either the first battle or he might not even battle, and he gonna run the show. You know what I mean? And it's gonna be it may sound like it's gonna fall in the UNC Network PNB Battlegrounds. You know what I mean? That shit right there. Boom. We just came up. How y'all like that? Give me some fives if y'all like that. PNB Battleground. Facts. PNB Battleground. Virtual. You know what I mean? We gonna give it 3 rounds and we gonna make it do what it do. But that's what it's gonna call. PNB Battleground, man. You understand? You already know, man, that UNC network get dig. And we gonna make that network. That's a whole fact. So we got that coming through. I wanna do I ain't gonna say I wanna do anything. It's still in the air, but if the PNB Battleground goes as planned and we could brand that, then we might be open to podcasts. You know what I mean? Spend a couple dollars and we do what we do. You know what I mean? So that's my vision. Um, and I'm gonna make it happen whether rapping or clapping, people. You understand what I'm saying? I got somebody got the same drive. We gonna make it happen. Monique, salute. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. PNB Battleground, man. You know what I mean? On the UNC network. So, you know, for the supporters, the day ones, y'all already know y'all gonna be there. You know what I mean? So for the ones, who's in and out, yo, this is where it's at. You know what I mean? This is where it's at. You understand? I also got the SOL merch. That be going full throttle. I took a little hiccup, people moving fast, but I got it. Trust me. That'll be full throttle. Um, The next wave of the SOL merch, I'm leaning forward to females and an infant and up. Like I want to do the bibs, the onesies. So that's the next wave. You know what I mean? So and I know I'm gonna have to swallow my pride, people. You know what I mean? Only thing I can do is show y'all that I'm working. You know what I mean? A little support. You know what I mean? Let's make things happen. You know what I mean? Is room for everything. Don't wait till I kick the door in and then you know what I mean. You want to jump on the bandwagon? We moving right now. You know what I mean? And this is a train. You understand? And I ain't Fred Flintstone. I ain't stopping shit with my feet. You dig? And don't let that go over your head. So, my thing is, I'm gonna give, you know what I mean, a lot of people that support it. You understand? Like I'm gonna give them opportunity. You know what I mean? Like I always say, to be part of a viral moment. You know what I mean? Trust me. You know what I mean? And all I can do is bring my ways and actions to y'all. You know what I mean? And give y'all opportunity to say, "Ah, you know what? This is what it is." So, you know, I would love to support. You know, it's gonna happen regardless. But I just wanna maybe give opportunity to somebody else to be a part of something great, and then they can keep the chain going. They may have some ideas, so it's gonna be open. You know what I mean? I definitely want to do it. You know what I mean? For the supporters, like I always say, I got y'all. I ain't gonna fail you. I ain't gonna let y'all down. You know what I mean? But the support, you know what I mean, is needed. So if y'all, you know, supporters from day one, y'all already. But if y'all the in and out supporters, don't be shy. You know what I mean? Come out the bushes. You know what I mean? Hit the like button, share the live, subscribe. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna hurt. You know what I mean? Um, and just be a part of something great, people. You know what I mean? This is what what I signed up for. So I'm gonna make it happen. You know what I mean? So far I'm ahead of schedule. You know what I mean? Which I think kind of hurt me a little bit. You know what I mean? But I learned as well. You know what I mean? So that's all I will be asking for. And I'm gonna be doing a sports show. I was gonna do that, but I think that's gonna be my next. It might be my next live. My next live might be sports. Um, yeah, the next live may be sports, and then you got the people, that's coming through the door, at the same damn time. Talk it's just go like, share, subscribe to the sis. Dope content. She's bringing entertainment news that is breaking for YouTube. Take advantage of that. You know what I mean? She's working. Show some love. You know what I mean? It's like that be killing me. People, it's free. You know what I mean? Support. You know, sometimes you got to take a break or if you're a content creator, man, take a break from pushing your live button and go show support to other people. You know what I mean? It's easy. It's not hard. It's just boop a button. You know what I mean? Don't let the hate, you know, um, trick you out of success. Word. Don't let the hate trick you out of success. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. But yes, the SOL merch will be en route. It will be en route. I appreciate all the love. You know what I mean? All the great response that I got. You dig? So want to start off on the right foot. We ain't trying to get sued. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, that's what that is. But that's soon come. You know what I mean? That's soon come. You dig? So with that being said, that's the plan. You know what I mean? I hope y'all leave here tonight. You know what I mean? With a dope knowing. You know what I mean, of who Latin Pain is, because this was his night. You know what I mean? What more can we say? Yeah, what more could we say? You know what I mean? So I appreciate everybody for pulling up. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you know what I mean? I hope I gave y'all a great show. Like I said, if y'all wanted to ask any questions, y'all was, that was okay to do so. Nobody did, so, it is what it is. You understand what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Let's get ready to rumble! Let's get ready. Sugar, spice, and everything nice. These were the ingredients chosen to create the perfect little girl. But Professor Utonium accidentally added an extra ingredient to the concoction, Chemical X. Thus, the Powerpuff Girls were born! Using their ultra superpowers, Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup have dedicated their lives to fighting crime. Sugar, spice, and everything.
Jonathan, just walk away.
Yeah, Jonathan. Walk away.
What have you done?
Finished it.